Hey guys, I'm Bert with Dabbing with Washington Artists. The idea is simple. We have 6 dabs and 6 questions. So sit back, light your torches as we sit down and interview the artists that make Washington, Washington.
Hi, I'm Lee, better known as Blxcklist, with an X instead of an A, because A's are whack. You can check me out on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/blacklistmusic, again an X instead of an A. You can also check me out on Spotify, same thing. Instagram, blacklist.music. Also go check out Nameless with an X instead of an A on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Instagram as well. Thank you so much for having me on Dabbing with Washington Artists.
For today's series of dabs, we will begin our smoke session with a rainbow sorbet, a northern lights, and a Chemdog, and we will round out the session with a black diesel, an Acapulco Gold, and a lemon frost.
Thank you for joining us today on Dabbing with Washington Artists. Today we are joined by Blxcklist. Thank you for making the drive up here, man. Thanks for joining us.
Of course, it was a good drive. I like the drive.
Right on, man. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Our first dab of the day is going to be our rainbow sorbet.
Rainbow sorbet is an indica dominant hybrid with a distinct terpene profile of sage and fruitiness, and is known for its tendency to leave the smoker feeling creative and productive. We scored a gram of these sugar diamonds at a shop on 112th Avenue in Everett.
The first thing we always like to ask everybody when they come in here is, what role does cannabis play in your creative process?
I cannot record unless I'm smoking. Like, I don't write at all. Everything, like, I just freestyle and punch in. So, like, I have to be as high as possible. Like, my music's very drug influenced. I don't do any, like, hard shit anymore. I used to, like, do a bunch of Xans and Coke and drink lean, but I just really smoke weed now. I got a kid, so gotta be responsible.
Priorities,
Yeah.
you know. That's cool. I mean, do you have a tendency towards indicas or sativas? Do you have any favorite strains?
Where I'm from, it's good weed or bad weed, so I don't necessarily know the difference still.
Okay.
So it doesn't really matter to me.
Have you not been in Washington for too long?
Been here for a year this month.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the area.
Thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully you'll get a chance to, you know,
find
out what it is you really like.
Your shit out.
That's
yeah.
kind of the nice bit about it. So when you get into these headspaces and stuff like that, how does that go? Like, do you usually freestyle them?
Yeah.
Do you hit just a certain level of high and you know that's the good spot? You just have this.
So like, I have a bunch of friends that make beats, and I just have a whole bunch of my Google Drive, and I'll just sit there and smoke until I find the right beat. And then once I find it, I just sit there and get as high as I can, figure out the melody of it. And then once I have the melody, the words just fall into place super easy.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I like it. I used to write. It used to take me like a week to make a fucking song. And I started doing this. It takes me like an hour tops.
That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can pump them out.
Oh yeah, I try to make this week, just these past few days, I made like 6 songs because I'm working on an EP. Yeah.
That's awesome. So moving on, we have a Northern Lights.
Northern Lights is a classic indica dominant strain with a unique taste of tangy spices and sugarcane, and its tendency to leave the smoker couch-locked and sedated. We found a gram of this terpto at a shop on 88th Avenue in Linwood.
Hell yeah. Get that bigger hit in. There you go. So, you mentioned that you just moved here to Washington a year ago. Have you found that living in Washington has influenced your creative process, or changed it at all differently since you moved?
Yeah, I've noticed that I moved my desk to right in front of a window. Like, I got this big ass window in my room, and so my microphone's just right there in front of it. So I just
nice.
sit in my chair, record, look outside,
Get
see what's happening. Yeah, I live in a pretty bad area, which is pretty cool.
I mean, it's Tacoma.
Yeah, all of it's a bad area, but it's cool. I see a bunch of wild shit going on outside, and sometimes I'll throw it in a song because like I'm just pulling whatever's like around me, whatever. Like,
I mean, I grew up in Tacoma, so I totally get it. Like I can visualize this song.
I saw a man yoink a motorcycle at like 4 a.m. just throw it in the back of his truck and drive away. I was like, yeah, this is home.
Where did you move from originally?
I moved from Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so big difference.
Well, Tacoma ain't a big difference really from where I'm from.
So, do you feel that it's changed the overall sound at all?
Yeah, actually, when I lived in Florida, I used to make like I don't know, like underground horrorcore type shit,
Okay.
like grumbly voice, like that type shit. But when I moved here, I started listening to different kind of music and started really like developing my taste in, and I started listening to like a lot of rap, a lot of pop, you know. And that's really developed my sound. So I now make a lot of pop, a lot of rap, just like R&B, just like mellow vibe, melodic oriented type shit.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really great.
Yeah. It sounds better. It sounds better, I think, and I feel like if I like my music, then other people are gonna like my music.
So for our third dab here, we have Chemdog, which is a kind of an old local favorite here.
Chemdog is a well-balanced hybrid known for its rich diesel and skunky smell and taste, and tendency to leave the smoker euphoric and calm. We picked up a gram of these diamonds at a shop on Broadway in Everett.
Yes.
That one was smooth.
So you have a new EP and a series of singles you're about to release.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about it?
It's super cool. It's different from the new stuff that I've been putting out. In a way that it's more heartfelt, emotional. You know, I really wanted people to feel what I'm saying, at least what they can understand.
Right,
what I'm saying.
Right, sure.
So I'm really excited for people to hear it. It comes from an important place in my heart, so I feel like maybe it'll touch a few people at least.
Was the writing process different than what you're doing now, or?
Not really. It's just the direction I decided to put into it. You know, the first few things I put out was really me experimenting to see what I can do and find my sound. And now that I found my sound, I could really just completely envelop myself in it, and I really wanna show that.
So it's more okay. There it is. I found what I am. Now let's see. Now let the world see like
Exactly.
what my sound is.
Exactly, and now I have such a strong. So now that I got so much support from so many important people, you know, my fiance and my best friend Sherm, they've been helping me a lot on this, and they've been really supportive, and yeah, I'm really excited for people to hear it because those are the two people I've been working with on this EP that I'm excited to try to get out.
So now that you've got a firm idea of what your sound is, like how would you describe it? What is you now?
Auto-tune crooning.
Okay. Auto-tune crooning? Is that okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
It's very melodic. It's very much singing. You know, I found that it really don't matter what you say as long as it comes from like here.
Sure.
People will feel it. You know what I'm saying? And if it sounds good, people want to listen to it.
So we've gotten to the halfway point here. So next up we've got, for number 4, our Black Diesel. This one's a new one actually. The guy at the store very recommended it.
Black Diesel is a sativa-dominant hybrid with a rich and complex taste of diesel, pepper, and sour fruit, and it's known for its tendency to leave the smoker energetic and charged without feeling jittery. We found a gram of this wax at a shop on 72nd Avenue in Tacoma.
Hell yeah. I like that you're not shy with those hits.
When I found out about you guys, I was like, oh, that's Hot Ones, but with dabs.
All right. Well, now that the COVID lockdowns are lifting, do you have any plans for live performances?
Actually, yeah. October 30th, me and my fiance are gonna be playing with Zany Claus and Lil Texan and Funky Gordon and a whole lot more in Sacramento, California. More will be on my page, my Instagram, my Facebook, my fiance's music page. You look up Zany Claus, Lil Texan. Also, you see flyers and shit for it. So check that out.
That's cool. You get to do a little bit of traveling for a show.
Yeah. I love California too, so I'm really excited to go there. I used to live in Santa Monica, but I've never really been to Northern.
Have you checked out any of the local venues? I know with COVID, it's been kind of difficult over the last year to check out any venues.
I've actually only been to 2 concerts. I was dragged to Warped Tour in goddamn 2016, which is funny because my fiance, before I even met her, she just so happened to be at the same exact Warped Tour, and we didn't meet there. But fun fact. And then I went to a Joji concert because I like Joji for some reason at that point.
All right. So moving on now, we have an Acapulco Gold. I've been excited about this one. I took one dab of this one so far just to taste it.
Acapulco Gold is a classic sativa-dominant strain known for its cerebral and energetic high and its rich taste of earthiness and burnt toffee. We grabbed a gram of these saucy diamonds at a shop on Cathcart Way in Bothell.
Nice. So there is a unique range in the sound of your songs, with some tending towards more like the shadow rap kind of like Cold, Push, and Servan, while others tend toward more of a mainstream kind of thing. Do you see this as the result of the collaboration process, or is it based more on a mood or message of the piece?
It's definitely what I'm feeling at the time. In certain cases, when I made Push, I was literally on FaceTime with Sherm, and we were drinking, and I was like, I'm gonna make a song right now. And I just started whispering into the mic, and he was like, no, that's hard. And I was like, okay, cool. And Cold, really, that's probably one of my favorite songs that I made. That was just from past experiences, shit I was feeling at the time, like I said, I really wanted to envelop myself in the music, so I wanted to put as much of myself into that as possible, because when I made Cold, that was when I found out who I was as an artist.
So you'd say that was kind of a defining song for you then?
Definitely, yeah.
Right on. So when you're, I guess, kind of circling back to your process, you said you like to get really high and listen to these the beats that your friends will make and stuff like that. So then, when you're listening to that, what's your determining factor for, okay, we're gonna, like you said, you did the whispering in that one, which I thought was really fucking rad. But how do you decide if you're gonna do that, or maybe do some grumbly growly things,
when
I'm
figuring out the melody.
Okay.
Because literally I'll play the beat through the whole song, and I'll hum, I'll sing. Sometimes lines words will just pop up as I'm doing that, and it'll be like, okay, that's something I can work around.
Okay.
So it's really just what comes out of it, because I'll try 6 different things, and I'll be like, that sounds the best. I'm gonna keep that clip, bam, and then the words fall in place.
That's cool. Do you often do live collaborations?
Sometimes it really depends. When I made Sun with Canis Lupus and Ethereal Lotus, Canis sent me the beat, and as soon as I heard it, the first second, I knew exactly what I was gonna do. There was no doubt about it. I already had the melody, I already had the words, that was it.
Oh wow.
So I called him like 15 minutes later, and I was like, I got it. And he wanted to make a song with me anyway. He was like, nah, I need to be on one of your songs. So I was like, you want to be on this? He was like, yeah. So I FaceTimed him, and him, Dirtbound, and Ethereal Lotus were all hanging out. And he was like, I'm gonna work on a song tonight, I'm gonna get it finished, I'm gonna send it to you in the morning. I was like, sweet. So I woke up in the morning to an email that said Sun featuring Candace Lupus and Ethereal Lotus, and I was like, oh fuck, that's crazy. I didn't even know he was gonna be on the song.
That's awesome. Do you ever like carry like you ever get like a melody in your head before you actually hear like a beat or something like that, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I was thinking about that like on Tuesday and shit. And
I have 2 jobs, so I work a lot. Sometimes it's like 13, 14-hour days, so I'll think of so much shit throughout the day. And if I have the time, I like go and do the walk-in. I'm not going in the walk-in, boss. I go in the walk-in, I go in my voice memo, and I just like hum into it, and then I go back to work. It's like 15 seconds. So like I try to keep this shit, like I try to memorize it if it's good enough.
So for our final dab here, we've got Frosted Lemon.
Hell yeah.
I've been really excited to do this one. This
is crazy.
That's pretty, right?
Jesus. Nice. I'm excited.
I know. I've been super stoked.
Definitely best for last. That's crazy.
Yes.
Lemon Frost is a sativa-dominant strain known for its energetic and uplifting high and its rich flavor of lemon peels and tangy sweetness. We found a gram of these diamonds at a shop in Capitol Hill.
And I already know the taste on this one is good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, smoke to your content, man.
There we go. I have my full low capacity the first time.
For our last one here, self-publishing platforms like SoundCloud have been instrumental in bringing sounds to people that might never have been exposed to otherwise. What have been some of the advantages and disadvantages of these mediums, and what role do you see them playing in the future and in your future?
Well, when I found out about SoundCloud when I was like 11 or 12, when I first started making electronic music, like trying to,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, like finally, somebody can listen to my shit. Like when I found out you could just upload shit, I was like, that's it.
It was game changing.
Yeah. So when I finally felt like I was good enough, I started putting out electronic music like dubstep and like trap music and shit under the alias Kill Me. And if you look it up on SoundCloud, the 16-year-old me with emo hair, doing like, I don't know. Now that you have the picture, you'll see it. And my following actually was pretty good. I won a bunch of remix competitions and shit, and after like 6 years of that, I just felt like I hit a plateau. I gotta do something else. I wasn't getting more followers, I wasn't getting more plays. It was the exact same. I was getting good plays, I had good followers, but I felt like I wasn't getting nowhere. And I wanted to make something different. And, oh boy. when SoundCloud started letting you put shit on like Spotify and like YouTube Music and like streaming platforms, and then you monetize shit, that went crazy. Cold had got over 5,000 plays in like a week. Like,
that's awesome.
Not even a week. Yeah, it was crazy. So the fact that SoundCloud not only lets you put your music on their platform, but other people's platforms, and lets a more broad horizon of people listen to it, it's fucking crazy.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit like or follow, and share with your friends. Bye.